Good morning, Standard 5 students. Today we will start the revision of chapter 7, 8 and 9 in science. So let us start. First chapter 7, rocks and minerals. Rocks and minerals. The Earth's crust is made up of many different types of rocks. Over long periods of time, many rocks change shape, types as they are transformed by wind, water, pressure, more minerals. All rocks contain one or more minerals. Rocks and minerals are mined to help make things around us. So, Earth crust has different types of rocks because they change their form and shape due to the heat, wind, water, pressure, and we get different types of minerals from rocks. Let us see about this all. So, there are three kinds of rocks: igneous, sedimentary, and metamorphic rocks. You can see in the picture also types of rocks: igneous rocks, sedimentary rock, and metamorphic rocks. Next, we will see about igneous rocks. Igneous rocks form when molten rock, magma, or lava cools and solidifies. This flowing lava is molten rock that will harden into an igneous rock. You can see in the picture also this when the volcano erupt, the lava comes out and this lava cools down to form igneous rocks. Now next is, you can see here picture how lava is coming out to the vent and this lava cools down to form igneous rock. Here through the vent the lava is coming out and this lava changes into igneous rock after cooling. Sedimentary rock. The second rock is sedimentary rock. How are sedimentary rocks formed? Sedimentary rocks are formed when sediments are deposited out of air, ice, wind, gravity or water flows carrying the particles in suspension. All these particles are carried by the water bodies and they settle down at the bottom, and when weathering and erosion break down a rock into loose material in a source area. After this loose material settle at the bottom layer by layer and they harden due to the heat and pressure inside the earth and they changes into sedimentary rock. You can see how formation of sedimentary rock here. Sediments are there. Sediments are compact. Year by year it becomes very compact and after that small particles cement them, that is cementation, and after that many years after under heat and pressure inside the earth it changes into sedimentary rock. Now next we will see about metamorphic rocks. You can see metamorphic rocks. Metamorphic rocks are either it is igneous or it is sedimentary rock. They changes their form, that means metamorphosis, that is change in form. It is only changing the form due to the heat and high pressure, hot mineral rich fluids or more commonly some combination of these factors. They change the igneous and sedimentary rock into metamorphic rocks. You can see here different types of metamorphics are given here. Now next we will see animal world, the chapter 8. What is habitat? A habitat is an environment where an organism lives throughout the year or for shorter periods of time. The habitat contains all an animal needs to survive, such as food and shelter. So habitat is a place where an animal lives with its family, they reproduces and they get all the things that required for their survival. Different types of habitats are mountains, grasslands, polar regions, wetlands, rainforest, desert, urban area and marine area also. Now terrestrial animals. Animals are also according to their habitat they are divided into terrestrial, aquatic and many different types of habitats are there. So animals that live on land are called terrestrial animals. They live in open grasslands, forests, deserts and polar regions. These are different terrestrial habitats. Lion, tiger, cheetah, deer, elephant, zebra, bear and horses are terrestrial animals. Now aquatic animals. An animal that lives in water. No? They may be either vertebrate or invertebrate and they live in water for most or all of its lifetime. Some examples are crabs, shrimps, sea snakes, whales, dolphins, water birds are aquatic animals. Now desert habitat. It is a very hot, dry place. Is home to variety of animals that have adapted to survive in harsh, dry conditions. Animals that live in deserts include lizards, geckos, snakes, camels, spiders, and scorpions. Polar is an adaptation. In polar region, it is very cold, So their white fur gets camouflaged against the white background of snow, protecting it from predators and also help them catch their prey. So they merge with their surrounding. This is known as camouflage to protect them from enemies, and this help them to catch their prey also. Two thick layers of fur act as an insulator, protecting them from the surrounding harsh climate. So it is very cold there. For protecting them from the cold, they have two thick layer of fur. Now, types of movement. Animals show different types of movements. Animals of all shapes and sizes move around in many different ways, using different body parts to help them. Legs, fins, flippers, wings, tails, and so on. Different types of movement in animals are hop, skip, jump, run, slither, slide, glide, fly, swim, burrow, climb, soar, hover, creep, crawl, wiggle. The list of ways animals move is endless. Now, breathing organs of animals. Different organs of breathing in animals. Organs for breathing in animals. Animals have different body parts for breathing. Animals take breath from their body surface, spiracles, gills, skin, lungs, blowhole, etc. You can see here body surfaces as breathing organ in earthworm, moist skin, snail also, and leech also. That's why they prefer to live in moist areas. And frog, they are amphibians. They live in both land and water, so they can take oxygen from water also with their moist skin, and they breathe on land through their lungs. Now next we will see about spiracles. Breathing in insect. These spiracles are small holes on their body surface like dragonfly, grasshopper, butterfly. They breathe through spiracles. You can see here spiracle on the side of their body. They have small holes. These holes are spiracles. Through these holes, they take directly oxygen from the air. Now next, gills as breathing organ. So fish and many aquatic animals, they have gills to breathe. With their gills, they take oxygen. You can see in this picture, prawn, tadpole, crab, they have gills to breathe in water. The lungs as breathing organs. Most of the land animals breathe through lungs. Birds also have lungs to breathe. Monkeys, the mammals also have lungs to breathe. Most of the land animals breathe through lungs. Now, breathing through blowholes. Dolphin and whale are mammals. Still, they are living in the water, but they breathe through blowholes. They come time to time above the surface of the water to take the air through their blowholes. Now, chapter 9, skeletal system. What is an organ? Organ, a self-contained group of tissues, performs a specific function. So, a group of tissue that performs a particular job, like our eyes, it performs a particular job of seeing. Our ears, it does a particular job of hearing. Now, what is an organism? An individual living thing, such as one animal, plant, fungus, or bacterium, they are known as organism. Organ system. An organ system is a group of organs that work together to perform a certain function, like our digestive system. It performs a certain function, that is digestion. Different organ system. So our body have different organ system to perform different types of functions like nervous system, digestive system, muscular system, skeletal system, respiratory system, circulatory system, reproductive system, and excretory system are some organ systems in our body. Now we will see about the joints. Types of joints. There are two types of joints, movable joint and immovable joints. Movable joints, most joints are movable. There are four kinds of movable joints. So first we will discuss about ball and socket joint. This type of joint allows movement in many directions. The shoulder joint and the hip joint are examples of ball and socket joint. Now skeletal system. What is a skeletal system? This system gives shape to our body and gives us movement. What is joint? A joint is the meeting place of two bones what are ligaments. The bones are held together by strong tissues called ligaments. At the joint where the two bones are meeting, they are joined through the ligaments, that is very strong tissues to join two bones together. Now hinge joint. This type of joint works like the hinges in the door. This type of joint allows back and forth movement. That means it can move the body part only in one direction. Bones in the knee, elbow, fingers and toes have this type of joint. It can move the bones only in one direction. Knee is the largest hinge joint of the body. Now pivot joint. Pivot joint is also a rotary joint. This type of joint is found between the skull and the first two vertebrae of the spine. It allows us to move our head up, down, sideways. Within the moving bone rotates within a ring that is formed from a second bone and the adjoining ligament. That means one bone is rotating inside the other bone. Now gliding joint. This joint allows the bones to glide past one another in any direction along the plane of the joint. Some of the bones in our wrist and ankles move by gliding against each other. We can bend our back easily because of this joint. So our vertebral column is made up of very small vertebrae. These vertebrae are joined through gliding joint. That's why we can bend our body. We can do different types of movement. We can bend our body front side, back side by this joint only. Now types of muscles. Our body has three types of muscles. Cardiac muscles present in our heart, a skeletal muscle that is joined with the bones, and a smooth muscles that is only muscles, they don't have any joint with the bones. Now voluntary muscles, these type of muscles are attached either directly or indirectly to the bones. That's why they are also known as skeletal muscle. These muscles can be controlled and work at our will. We can move our body organs of these muscles according to our will. We can control the movement of this muscle. These are found in our arms, legs, eyes, tongue, etc. In our own control it is. We can move according to our wish, our will. Thus, while reading, writing, walking or running, we use voluntary muscles. They are also known as skeletal muscles as it is joined with our bones. Now, next is involuntary muscles. These muscles are not under our control. These muscles are found in the internal body organs and works automatically. They control actions like the movement of the food in the alimentary canal, the flow of blood and the movement of the eye muscles. They are also known as smooth muscles because they have no joint, no connection with the bones. They are only muscles. So they are not under our control. All the internal organs function according to their own automatically. They are not under our control. So they are known as involuntary muscles. Next is cardiac muscle. These muscles are found only in the heart. They are voluntary. They are involuntary muscles responsible for pumping blood throughout the body, and it is also not under our control because it is also involuntary in function. Now some revision questions are there for you. First question is, give two examples of each of the following. So non-metallic materials, minerals, limestone, potassium, flightless birds, emu and ostrich, igneous rocks, granite and basalt, gliding joint, wrist and ankle. Now next question number 2 is, name them. Dash breathe through spiracles. So insects breathe through spiracles. Tadpoles breathe through. We know that tadpoles are living in the water, so they breathe through gills as other aquatic animals. Whales swim with the help of their flippers. Now next question is, animal that can eat the flesh of other animals are called carnivores. Write T for true and statements and F for false statement. Question number 3. One number, our lower jaw bone is movable. Yes, it is true. We can move our lower jaw. That's why we can chew, we can speak, we can talk. Now, number 2 is, cardiac muscles is voluntary in function. It is false because we know cardiac muscles are involuntary. We cannot control the heart muscles. The beating of the heart we cannot control. Pumping of the blood we cannot control. So it is involuntary in function. Third number, quartzite is a sedimentary rock. It is also false because quartzite is a type of metamorphic rock. 4 number is, orangutan lives in dense rainforest. Yes, it is true. They are living in the rainforest, deep dense. Now subjective questions are also there. Name different kinds of rocks. We have seen that already. There are 3 kinds of rocks. They are igneous rock, sedimentary rock and metamorphic rock. What is magma? Minerals are found in molten state deep inside the earth due to excessive heat called magma. Question number 3 is define habitat. Habitat is a natural home or surrounding of an animal where it lives, eats, grows and reproduces. That means they can live with their family, they get proper amount of food and every suitable condition for their survival. Now question number 4 is what is a skeletal system? The system which gives shape and support to our body and helps us in movement is called a skeletal system. Question number 5 is what is migration? So some animals move from one place to another in response to changes in weather, habitat or availability of food. This movement is called migration. They don't get food in very cold places during the winter season. They don't get any food, so they migrate to some less cold places for their food. Some are moving for their reproduction also. They are giving babies to another place. So these are the process in which animals move from one place to another. Now differentiate between voluntary muscles and involuntary muscles. So we have seen that movement of some muscles can be controlled at our will. Such muscles are called voluntary muscles. Example, muscles of our hands, legs, face. We can move our hands, legs according to our will. Whereas some muscles are not under our control, they are called involuntary muscles, such as alimentary canal, eye muscles. We cannot control the movement of our the digestion of our food. So these are involuntary muscles. Give reasons. 7 number. We should conserve our natural resources. Yes, we should conserve our natural resources as it takes millions of years to be formed. If you do not use them wisely, this will be exhausted very soon. So we should conserve our, because they take millions of years and it is very wisely we should use so that it cannot get exhausted. Question number 2 is we can't hear any sound on the moon. Answer, we can't hear any sound on the moon as there is no air. Sound needs a medium to travel and there is no medium for sound to travel here. That's why sound cannot be heard on the moon. Thank you students. We will meet in the next class again. Thank you all of you.